fam, welcome back to another video of the Black Network. Today we are talking about how to thrive. So keeping it real, times are kind of tough right now. There are redundancies everywhere. Costs are rising in a crazy way. The political landscape is kind of scary. And what we know historically as Black people is that we tend to bear the brunt and be at the rough end of everything that's happening. So today I wanted to talk about 3 things that we can do to protect our career, our money, and our future. So let's get started. So step 1 is to secure and to look at expanding your income. When times are tough and the environment becomes more challenging, we tend to go into ourselves a little bit more. We tend to be a little bit more grateful for the situation that we're in because, it could be worse. And I think what's a really neat trick to do in times of challenge and times of adversity is to actually start to look at where the opportunities are. What do I mean by this? We know that companies are making cuts. We know that AI is coming for our jobs. We know that there is a good chance that going forward, it will be a little bit harder to find similar roles to the ones we have now. So if you are in a position where your job is currently secure, this is the perfect time to upskill yourself, to take a look at what other jobs are going out there, how you can shift sideways into another role where your skills are transferable, and how you can potentially future-proof your role and yourself. So one of the easiest ways to do this is with AI. AI is very quickly becoming a critical part of your everyday work. If you can get ahead of the curve a little bit, or if you can ride the curve, because we're already there, and learn and enhance your AI skills and your use of AI and use it to enhance what you do, it will put you ahead of the game, not just in terms of your current role, but also in terms of other roles that you might want to go for, because it will very quickly become a necessity. So take a look at what's out there. Take a look at the direction you would want to go in. Always look for more money. Unless a sideways shift is going to open up a whole new career path for you, always look to upgrade your salary in your next role. And we could definitely talk about that in another video. But that would be my advice. So the other thing that you can do to expand your income, which I know a lot of people are already doing, is to build multiple income streams. If you have been in a role for 3 years or more, you are a subject matter expert in that role. So really start to think, and again, you can use AI for this, but really start to think about ways that your knowledge and your expertise can provide value to someone who would pay for that knowledge or expertise. You might just find yourself a nice little side hustle, or you can start investing. Now, I know investing is a risky game, and I'm not one to give financial advice, but there are a whole breadth of investments you can make that will potentially start to build a bit of passive income on the side as a nice buffer for you as things get more challenging. And the final thing that I would say in terms of securing or expanding your income is actually looking at how you can make yourself indispensable at work and actually secure a higher salary. Now, I know it might sound crazy to some people when their companies are slashing left, right, and center, but always ask yourself this question. Does your company have a total hiring freeze at the moment? Or is your company still recruiting in some areas? Can your company afford to lose you in your role? What value can you provide to make sure that they can't lose you in your role? And when I say make yourself indispensable and provide value, I want to be really clear. I am not saying work twice as hard. I'm saying emphasize and enhance the value that you bring to your company. More about that in another video. The second step that we can all take to secure our futures that little bit more is to build or strengthen our financial resilience. I think at times like this, all of us should be taking a look at our finances and getting a really good understanding of what life would look like if we found ourselves in a financial emergency. Why do I say this? Because in the UK, a study found that 60% of private renting families are one paycheck away from losing their home. Now, I don't know if that's the case in reality. Hopefully, renters' rights will stop that from being the case. And I definitely don't say this to scare anyone. I'm saying this because life is getting tougher, and it is time for us to start taking real meaningful action to protect ourselves and our families in these situations. So the first step that you can take is to actually start to build or grow an emergency fund. Now, a lot of people are living hand to mouth at the moment. It's not so easy to just chuck away hundreds of pounds a month But what I can tell you is if you do put money aside, however small, every month, it will provide a buffer. It is something. The key thing is that something is always better than nothing. The other thing that we as Black people really need to do more of is to own our own assets. So not enough people know this, but the main sources of wealth in the UK are property and pensions. Property makes up 40% of UK wealth and pensions make up 35%. So if you have neither or just one of those, it means there's a good chance that you'll struggle in retirement. So those aren't the only means to wealth, but we do need to do something. There are so many other things that you can do, whether it's a pension, whether it's owning your property, whether it's starting a side hustle, whether it's investing in a business, whatever it may be. It is really time for us to start building that wealth. And I'm going to say it, generational wealth. And I will definitely talk about the impact of generational wealth in another video because it's powerful. And the third thing that I would suggest when it comes to building financial resilience is to go old school and pull resources together with your friends and family. So I don't know if anyone has friends or family that used to do a partner back in the day. Lots of people still do it. And this is where you get a group of people that put money in from their pay each month, whatever it may be. It could be literally anything from £20 a month to £1,000 a month, if not more. Everyone pays into a fund on a regular basis. And each round, somebody takes that hand and takes all of that money. It's a brilliant way of putting money aside that can't be touched and also having a bulk sum that might otherwise be a real struggle to save for when, life gets in the way and you've always got something that means you have to dip into it. So that's something that I would love to see more of. And if you don't know anything about Partner and you'd like more information, I'm going to drop some info in the description, so check it out. And the final one from me is to stay politically and economically aware of what's happening out there. And it's a bit of a surprise for me because I had over the past few years really switched off from politics and the news and all the stuff that's fed to us for various reasons. What I've come to realize recently is decisions are being made around us that impact us and that will continue to impact us for long into the future. We're at quite a critical time, and these decisions are being made whether we engage or not. But if we don't engage, we have no knowledge in order to protect ourselves. We don't have an opportunity to protest, to take action and to stop some of these changes from happening. So staying informed is really important. And if you don't want to follow mainstream media or mainstream channels, follow the channels that are giving you the sort of information that you need in formats that work for you. Definitely make your sources balanced and factual so that you're not getting another side of the story that is potentially causing the same harm as the mainstream media. But do check in, do find out what's happening. Let's push for change. Let's really understand the power that we as individuals and collectively have to actually impact what's going on out there and the political decisions that are made. And when I talk about this, I'm thinking about the worldwide protest that we saw recently when it came to protecting Ibrahim Traore. A lot of people stood up and took action and marched to demonstrate the fact that this man must be protected at all costs. And I know it would have had impact. It's spreading the news, it's spreading the word, it's changing the narrative of what Africa is. So we all have action that we can take, even if you're one person. The other thing I would say is really to support Black businesses. We probably know by now that the Black pound or the Black dollar stays in the Black community for about 6 hours compared to passing through 20 hands in the Jewish community or 30 hands in the Asian community. Every time that pound or that dollar is given to someone in the Black community, in your own community, you are helping to enrich them. When we do that, it benefits us all. So it's absolutely worth doing. So that was it. I would love to dive into these topics more over time. Please let me know in the comments if there was anything that resonated with you or anything that we missed that you think is going to be really crucial. But for now, I say this is absolutely the time to stop surviving and start thriving. If you want to see more content like this, please do subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button to let us know what content is really resonating with you. And please do hit the notification bell so you'll know when we share more content. If you think this video will be of interest to anyone you know, definitely please do share, because we'd love for you to spread the word. And I'll see you in the next one.